So what I'm going to show you today is Natalie's purple sushi. It's my favorite sushi mix of using creative rice, different colored rice. There's so many different kinds of rice, red rice and purple rice and black rice and brown rice. And because I like to eat a lot, I have to make things really healthy. So when I make my sushi, I like to use this brown rice, which is a short grain brown rice. Japanese brand rice is kind of a sticky sushi rice. That's the best kind of rice to use. You don't want to use like regular white rice or even basmati rice because they're not sticky enough and your sushi will fall apart. You'll have a sushi catastrophe. Chinese, they call it purple rice. And on the package, it'll say black rice. It actually looks black, kind of speckled. And then when you cook it, it turns out to be a real pretty purple hue. I love the color that it comes out and adds to the sushi. I know it's healthier for you, right? Anything with color is probably healthier for you. So I'm going to show you how I make my purple rice sushi. It's 3 main steps. It's really, really easy. I have friends who are like, oh no, sushi's too much trouble. I can't do it at home. And I'm like, it's so easy. You can impress your friends and family and make sushi on a weeknight or take it to a potluck or to a picnic. Or you've got friends coming over, you can do it really fast. Sometimes I have leftover salad makings, I can throw it in there. Sometimes it's a leftover stir fry, I can throw it in there. Leftover rice, I throw it in there. So whatever I have today, I kind of put it in there. And you can have just 1 cucumber or half a carrot or half a pepper, whatever it is. You can make it as simple or as complex as you want it. So you can be really creative. These are some of my favorite vegetables, but the cream cheese and the smoked salmon and green onion together, it's like they call it a Philly cream cheese roll. And then the classic California roll is usually the crab stick and some cucumber and just whatever greens that you like. But really you don't need a lot. You don't need a whole plate full. I've made do with just half a cucumber and just some leftover rice and I can roll sushi and it tastes really good. Simple is good. 3 main parts. It's really making the rice and cutting your filling, whatever you have in your fridge, and rolling it, okay? And it's a very simple tool and equipment that you need as well. Very, very simple. All you need is this bamboo mat. And I've covered it in saran wrap because it's a little easier to roll and the little bits of rice doesn't get in there. It's easier to clean. So when you buy it from the store, it's only like $1 or $2. I usually have extras because I like to have sushi parties and I have my friends roll their own. You know, like, okay, you don't like fish, you roll your own. You don't like this, you put your own stuff in. So I have a lot of them. Because the rice is sticky, you want to either wet your hands or coat it in a little bit of oil. Then it'll be easier to spread because otherwise it's really sticky. Okay. Oh yes, the other part is that you need your nori sheets, your roasted seaweed nori sheets. And my niece and nephew who live in Taiwan love to eat these as a snack. Theirs is a different brand. But they just snack on them like potato chips. It's a lot healthier for you. They do little individual packs and they season them with teriyaki seasoning. It's really tasty actually. And then if you don't like the seaweed roll, I have taught kids how to do rice rollies without the seaweed in it if you don't like the fishy taste. But otherwise, this is kind of the classic roasted seaweed. I usually put my shiny side down. Apparently the top side will absorb some of the moisture from your rice better. One side is shinier than the other. It's not a big deal. And because I love the color of the purple rice, I'm going to start with that. I'm going to put in about a cup, more or less. If it's too much, just take it out. You basically just spread it around. Spread it out evenly. You want to still be able to see the seaweed sheet through your rice. You don't want too thick a layer because this is going to be rolled on top of itself. One of the common mistakes of a beginner sushi maker is to put too thick a layer of rice in so that when you roll it you end up getting a whole bite of just rice, and that's not what you want. So just evenly spread it out And all the way to the edges except the top edge, I leave a little bit. Okay, and I can still see the seaweed through the rice. The other thing is you don't want to be mushing your rice. You treat your rice with respect and care. In the Japanese culture, the rice is very sacred. They don't have a lot of arable land in Japan. It's an island. Lots of good seafood, but not much farming land. So they value every ingredient, and the rice is one of them. As opposed to the Chinese culture, where we like to mix our seasonings in a stir fry, and then we think of our rice kind of as a base. We throw our stir fry onto the rice and we just eat it all up. It's a little different in Japanese culture. It's really valued as a very specific, sacred ingredient in itself. Okay, so see, that's kind of even. And I didn't cover or mush the rice. And you can still see the seaweed. And then you just put in some of your favorite ingredients. If you want an all veggie roll, you do an all veggie roll. I love the color of the red peppers. Some cucumber cubes. And you really don't need much of these vegetables if you just want some rolls to yourself. You only need like half a cucumber. It's good to kind of cut them long ways, they'll fit better. Put a little bit of green onion. And let's have a few sprigs of asparagus left over. And I got some of the greens. Throw those in. I kind of stuff them like a sushi supreme roll. Supersized, supersized. Here, let's go ahead and put some crab in there too. Alrighty. And then I'm gonna fold it all in using the bamboo mat. That first roll is really important. You want to make sure that it's tight and firm because a loose roll will fall apart. So make sure that first one is tight. Use your bamboo mat, but don't roll it in. You'll take it out each time, you see. Give your sushi an even hug. Have you hugged your sushi today? The kids like that. And keep going, giving an even squeeze until you reach the end. You can kind of feel it fall out. There you go. There you have your sushi roll. Sometimes if I'm going to someone's house for a party, I'll just stick a few of these. I'll roll them in advance and stick them in a Ziploc and take them with me. It's a lot easier to cut them and plate them there rather than trying to juggle some fresh sushi that you just cut in the car. So, or you can just eat this like this on the run and you can have a sushi burrito. But now, I'm gonna cut it for you. This is where the real test is. See if we've rolled it tight enough. I want a real sharp knife. This is my edge. I actually like the edge. Look how pretty that is. Purple sushi. Everybody will be so impressed when I come into a party and I bring a plate of my purple sushi. Everybody's like, ooh, ah, so pretty. How did you make it? So easy, so easy. And then presentation is important. So you can put it out here like this. Put your edge in a little. Leave it like that. Right? Isn't that pretty? Yum. And then the last step, of course, is your sauce, which is very simple. A little bit of soy sauce, naturally brewed. Good high quality soy sauce is important. Kikkoman is actually fine. You can find it almost anywhere. Grab my little chopsticks here. And a little wasabi. This is the horseradish. Get your wasabi blast. You can buy the wasabi in a paste or in a tube. You buy it in the powder. You just add a little bit of water. If you want, you can have some of the pickled ginger. Very good. I like the end, so I'm gonna eat my end. Purple sushi. Oh, wasabi blast. Clears the sinuses. Very good. Stay tuned next time.